A 50-foot tidal wave launches a mermaid up in the air at an angle of 49 degrees and an initial velocity of 17 meters per second. We're trying to calculate maximum height. This should be interesting. So right here, I've labeled all the variables that we have in our problem. What you're going to want to use to solve this problem is this kinematics equation for projectile motion. And since this is going in the vertical direction, we're going to need to calculate the vertical component, which is going to be v naught times the sine of theta. This will give you your v naught y right there. So we can even just plug it in and update our equation to look like this. The maximum height is going to be some change in the y direction. So the way we can do this is finding the right time in which we're going to reach our maximum height. And there's an equation you can use to calculate the time you'll reach your peak. And that's using this equation right here. Our initial velocity is 17. Then we have that times the sine of 49, all divided by 9.8. And plugging this into your calculator, you should get that this whole thing equals 1.31 seconds, assuming you're in degree mode. So this is going to be your time. We also have an initial velocity. We have an angle. We know that gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared on Earth. We know this is going to be 9.8. So now we can actually plug in all of our variables to get this equation right here. And this is a minus sign. I just couldn't fit it up here. But notice how we plugged in 17, we plugged in 49, and we calculated 1.31 seconds before. And we have that 1.31 here, and we have 9.8 there, and 1/2 there. So now what you can do is you can simplify this left-hand side of the equation, and this will reduce all the way down to 16.8. This right-hand side of the equation will reduce down to 8.4. So 16.8 minus 8.4, that's going to give you 8.4. So this is a correction I'm making a little bit later. So this 8.4 is a correct calculation, but 8.4 is only going to calculate this height right here. In order to get the total height, we have to add 8.4 to the 50 meters that we had initially. So we have 50 meters plus 8.4 meters, and that's going to give you 58.4 meters.